Welcome back to Time for Gardening. Where beauty blooms in every corner. Today, we're diving into one of our favorite springtime projects, upcycled furniture for your spring cottage garden. If you love whimsical charm, sustainable living, and cozy outdoor vibes, this video is packed with creative inspiration. Upcycling old furniture not only saves money but also adds unique character and storytelling to your garden. From vintage chairs turned planters to repurposed dressers overflowing with blooms, we'll walk you through 12 enchanting ideas perfect for any size cottage garden. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and comment below with your favorite upcycled garden idea. We love hearing from our garden-loving community. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just starting your journey, you're going to love how easy and magical these ideas can be. So grab your garden gloves, and let's turn yesterday's furniture into tomorrow's cottage charm. Let's kick things off with a timeless upcycling classic, turning a vintage chair into a rustic garden planter. Wooden chairs, especially those with broken seats, are perfect for this project. Simply remove the seat, insert a wire basket or coconut liner, and fill it with rich potting soil and colorful spring flowers like violas, pansies, or trailing lobelia. You can paint the chair in soft cottage colors, think robin's egg blue or antique white, to add a charming weathered effect. This works beautifully at the entrance of your garden or tucked into a flowering border. It's a great way to add vertical interest and whimsy without spending a penny. And best of all, you're saving furniture from ending up in a landfill. This eco-conscious garden decor is both functional and romantic. Old dressers may seem like junk indoors, but in the garden, they're blooming with potential. By removing the drawers and layering them open at different angles, you create tiered planting boxes that cascade beautifully. Paint or distress the wood for a rustic feel, then fill the drawers with potting mix and spring flowers like tulips, daffodils, and alyssum. Herbs such as thyme and oregano also thrive here, especially near the top drawers. Place your upcycled dresser against a wall or garden fence for added support. This is an ideal piece for those who want that English cottage garden aesthetic on a budget. Don't forget to drill a few drainage holes at the bottom of each drawer to prevent soggy roots. Upcycled dressers make the garden feel like an extension of your living space. Turn an old bed headboard into a romantic garden trellis for your climbing plants. Wooden or wrought iron headboards add a vintage flair that perfectly complements a cottage-style garden. Set the headboard vertically along a path or behind a flower bed and secure it into the ground. Plant climbers like sweet peas, clematis, or honeysuckle at the base, and watch as they weave their way through the design. You can even hang fairy lights on the trellis for nighttime charm. This project adds height, structure, and nostalgia, all in one piece. It's one of the easiest ways to transform a discarded item into a magical garden feature. Repurposed garden furniture like this turns ordinary spaces into storybook nooks. An old side table or coffee table can become the base for a show-stopping succulent display. Remove the tabletop surface and replace it with a shallow planting box or line it with landscape fabric and soil. Then, arrange a variety of succulents like echeveria, sedum, and sempervivum for a low-maintenance centerpiece. Choose a shabby chic color scheme for the table legs to tie it into your garden palette. This design works especially well on porches or patios where you entertain guests. Succulents thrive with minimal watering, making them perfect for a table garden you don't have to fuss over daily. You can even add decorative stones or sea glass for texture and color. It's an elegant, sustainable solution for adding flair to your outdoor living space. Have an old crib frame lying around? Don't toss it. Transform it into a mini garden fence. The metal or wooden slats are ideal for edging garden beds or enclosing a cottage herb patch. Crib frames offer a sweet, nostalgic shape that brings soft lines and structure to flower borders. You can paint them in pastels to match your spring bloom palette, or let them weather naturally for a rustic patina. Add hanging baskets or even bird feeders to the frame for multifunctional garden decor. It's especially great for keeping pets or children out of delicate beds. This is an unexpected and affordable way to introduce garden boundaries with flair. Cottage gardening is all about charm, and this project delivers plenty of it. Repurpose an old bookshelf or cabinet into a tidy little potting bench for your spring gardening tasks. Remove any interior shelves you don't need and add hooks, small bins, or even a pegboard for storing tools, gloves, and seed packets. The top can serve as your work surface, while lower sections store pots and compost. You can even tuck a watering can or kneeling mat in the bottom shelf. Decorate it with garlands of faux flowers or old seed catalog covers for an extra cottagecore touch. This compact potting station can sit beside a greenhouse, in a garden shed, or under a tree for convenience. It's another way to combine beauty with practicality, using second-hand furniture. Who knew an old bookshelf could become your gardening best friend? If you've got leftover drawers from a dresser or desk, turn them into vertical planters for a colorful garden wall. Mount the drawers at different angles or staggered levels on a wooden fence or brick wall. Line them with landscape fabric, add potting mix, and plant trailing blooms like petunias, verbena, or trailing rosemary. For a more textured look, include trailing ivy or nasturtium spilling over the edges. You can paint each drawer in a different pastel or leave them mismatched for a boho chic look. This upcycled project is perfect for small gardens or balconies where floor space is limited. It creates a layered tapestry of color that's both eye-catching and fragrant. Plus, it's one more way to garden vertically with style. A vintage door can become a stunning garden backdrop or vertical accent in your spring cottage garden. Stand it upright against a fence, Hang a seasonal wreath, and lean a few terracotta pots or baskets of flowers at its base. You can even attach hooks or shelves to hold potted herbs or display vintage watering cans. If the door has window panes, pop in a few mirror tiles to reflect sunlight and add depth. The worn wood and peeling paint give instant old-world charm. This is a great anchor piece for a garden vignette, perfect for photo ops or simply enjoying your blooms. Cottage gardens thrive on charm, and an upcycled door delivers it in abundance. Transform an old bed frame into a cozy garden bench with a romantic twist. Use the headboard and footboard as the sides and back, and add a sturdy seat made from wooden slats or a reclaimed pallet. Paint it in chalky whites or pale greens to blend in with your floral surroundings. This bench makes a charming reading nook or tea spot nestled among your spring blooms. Toss on a few floral cushions or a faded throw for extra comfort. The sturdy construction of older beds means you'll get a reliable and beautiful bench. This is a great project for a weekend and makes a big statement in your outdoor space. With the right paint and placement, it's a throne fit for your garden fairy tale. Don't overlook those smaller, shallow drawers. They're perfect for starting seeds in early spring. Line them with plastic or a biodegradable liner, fill with seed starting mix, and plant rows of herbs, vegetables, or wildflowers. Place them in a sunny spot on your patio, windowsill, or greenhouse shelf. Label each row with wooden sticks or hand-painted tags for that homemade feel. As the seedlings grow, you can transfer them to larger containers or into the ground. The best part? You're using what you already have, no need to buy seed trays. This eco-friendly gardening hack is ideal for small-scale growers and adds to the vintage charm of your planting station. It's both practical and Pinterest-worthy. And there you have it, 12 inspiring ways to use upcycled furniture in your spring cottage garden. From charming chair planters to dreamy bench seating, these ideas prove that creativity, sustainability, and cottage charm go hand in hand. We hope this video has sparked your imagination and encouraged you to look at old furniture in a brand new light. Before you toss it, try transforming it. Thank you so much for spending time with us here on Time for Gardening. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, give us a like, and leave a comment sharing your favorite idea, or even a photo of your own upcycled garden masterpiece. More magical garden inspiration is blooming every week, so be sure to stay tuned. Until next time, happy planting and keep making your garden a place of beauty, creativity, and peace.